Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have a special video. Yes, the Pat McGrath Divine Rose 2 Special Edition palette. This is the look I created. And I did some swatches as well. I did some swatches of the Divine Rose 1 that I had before. And of the special shades, just so like you could see a comparison. And I show them to you side by side. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing what the new palette looks like and how I did this look, please keep watching. Okay, so this is the packaging of the palette. Isn't it so beautiful? I have the Divine Rose 1 as well. So that's the difference in packaging. And I got the rose gold one, thankfully. You know, every time I've tried to get all the limited edition stuff on Pat's website, I was never successful. Always had to contact like customer service, and eventually I would get it. Like I got the Star Wars palettes, all that. So I just like to collect the special edition. I do have the Divine Rose 1 in the black packaging, and had I not had that, then I would have purchased the pink one because it was so cute. But I'm fine with not having it because the rose gold kind of goes with my collection since I have the Star Wars palette, which is also gold, so it's fine. It would have been cute, but whatever. So okay, this is the inside. How glorious is that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into the swatches. I have tattoos, so it's hard for me to swatch. I could swatch on this hand, but it's like awkward for me, so I'm just going to do it here. And what I'll do is I'll swatch these shades first. Isn't that crazy? It looks pink here and green in the mirror. Like, I can't wait. So I'll swatch these colors first, and then I'll do the special shades. So this is Skin Show Rose Opal. It looks like that. Oh, this matte feels so creamy. This is Naked Blush. Look at that. I love that color. Then we have Eleganza. Ooh, that's insane. Then we have Extreme Burgundy. Well, that was a terrible swatch. I'll go over it. That was awkward. Oh! Divine Dusk. Oh, that's so pretty. I love how all the colors just... They're very different from the Divine Rose 1. And then this is so exciting. The Rose Seduction. Oh, wow. Incredible. Okay, so now on to the special shades. I'll swatch all 4. This one's called Bronze Rosé 005. I'm dead. I can't. Do you see that? What is... Then we have Gold Lust 001. Is this real life? How are these that beautiful? I cannot wait to try them on. So now for the duochrome VR Sextraterrestrial. It feels a little different than the other ones. It's like a little crumbly. Look at that shift. Like, is that not crazy? Oof. Is that not crazy? And then the final special shade, we have Astral Pink Moon. I'll do a better swatch. So those are the beautiful special shades. Look at this one. I'm dead. So just for comparison's sake, I'm gonna swatch the 4 special shades from the Divine Rose 1 palette. This is what it looks like. And then these are the colors. So just as a comparison, this is the difference of the two palettes. This is the first one, this is the second. They're very different. So here's the difference. So this is the Divine Rose 1, Divine Rose 2. As you can see, the Divine Rose 1 also has duochromes, like the two middle shades. It shifts from white to pink, and this is like a pink to gold shift. So they are different. And I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the second one is more pigmented. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom you guys in and do an eye look with the new palette. So I'm gonna take Rose Seduction. I'm going to blend it all over my lid. That is pigmented. Holy. It's so beautiful. I always feel so girly when I wear pink eyeshadow. I feel like sometimes it can be difficult to pull off because, you know, it can make you look sick or whatever. But I feel like you just have to try and make it work. And also the eyelashes that you put on or mascara, I feel like makes looks come together. Okay, so I'm not gonna fully go into the inner corner. I do have a little bit of fallout, but that's fine. Now I'm gonna take a brush with no product on it and just buff it some more just so it's nice and blended. You know, in times like this, I feel like something so simple as like makeup, you know, brings you a little bit of joy or a little bit of a distraction. 2020 is such a hard year, and like mine started pretty terrible as well because I had emergency surgery this year in March, and I feel like everything just went way south after that. So next I'm going to take this color and just buff it on my lower lash line. You know, people, there's a little bit of fallout, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't really care about that. But I mean, some people might. And I'm just gonna buff it right underneath. So I know people say like makeup is insignificant, blah blah blah, but just like everyone has their own way of decompressing, and you know, simple things will bring them relief. That's what makeup is for me. And some people play video games, you know, some people go shopping, some people cook, some people read. Well, I also read, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, makeup is consumerism or whatever, but hey, if it makes you happy, then good, you know? It brings out artistic expression. You know, a lot of people say like, oh, you don't need to wear makeup, or you look good without makeup, and that's fine, but just like how people dress up in a style that they like, they do it because it's a part of your identity and it's how you choose to express yourself. So it's the same thing with makeup. Like, I'm dressing up my face essentially, and I can go out without makeup, I can do light makeup, I can do whatever, but it's always a creation for me, and so I enjoy it. And like today, for example, I'm going nowhere, but I wanted to try the palette, I wanted to film a video and just like have a chat, I guess, vent it out, whatever that's been going on in my mind. I know everyone's having a hard time. So yeah, there's just like a lot of bad that is happening. You know, a lot of people, you know, don't realize all the other stuff that's going on that has to do with COVID, for example. Aside from everybody losing their minds from staying inside, there's things like, you know, first of all, not having enough money to pay for survival, and also another thing, a lot of kids are stuck at home with an abuser of theirs, or somebody is stuck with an abusive partner because they have to be isolated and in quarantine together, or there's many people with addiction that have nowhere to go right now, and you know, it's like a record high of overdoses, and it's just like there's so much tragedy that's attached to every single little thing that's happening right now. And as much as, you know, I support these protests and this cause when it comes to racism and privilege, it's also so painful. It's so bittersweet to see people of color suffering, or police brutality and no justice. And now that everybody's at home and consuming this information, as I am myself, and sharing this information, it gets like emotionally exhausting, right? Because we're all stuck because of COVID. Then George Floyd is murdered by the police, and you know, these protests show so much strength, but unfortunately the media loves to report on only the negative things that come out of anything, but there's so much beauty behind it, and enough is enough. People are tired and people are speaking up, and you know what? Protests do create change. They do. If anything, you know what like changed my perspective on this is, I should probably be doing my makeup, huh? Okay, now I'm going to take this beautiful duochrome. I'm gonna put on like the outer corner-ish of my lid. So yeah, the way I learned all of this, or what made me finally realize that protests create change, is I watched this documentary. It's a beautiful documentary. It's about the Orange Revolution in Ukraine. It's called Winter on Fire. And oh my god, that's insanity. And it's basically about how the people of Ukraine protested non-stop, you know, every day, and then it went to like specific days, and they all rallied together to get rid of the corrupt president they had there, and they didn't give up, and they kept going, and even it got to the point where some of them were murdered by the military, and they still stood strong and kept going. And eventually that president or prime minister, I forget the term, apologies for my ignorance, very bad short-term memory, because they were so persistent and weren't willing to stop, you know, regardless of the consequences, they still achieved change, and it's a beautiful thing. I highly recommend watching that documentary. It's very eye-opening and it is very emotional, so, you know, just a warning. But it changed my life, and from then on I realized, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you can make change in a peaceful manner or whatever, you know, legally through the system, which takes forever, or when it's gotten so bad, eventually you just need to rally together to create change. So I mean, that's what's happening right now in the States, and hopefully in Canada as well. You know, like, I'll never forget Sammy Yatim. His killer is out on parole. He served 2 years, killed an 18-year-old within 1 minute of arriving to the scene. So look it up. It's honestly heart-wrenching. So we definitely do need change in Canada as well, you know, especially with how the Indigenous are treated. It's just like, I love Canada, it's an amazing country, but we do have dark parts in our history as well. Okay, so next, I'm gonna take this color and put it in my inner corners. So yeah, I mean, I've just been talking to my friends a lot and, you know, trying to stay aware, but also allowing myself to decompress when I need to, like times like this, because otherwise it wouldn't be good for my mental health, you know? Like, I struggle with my mental health, and I don't want to put myself in a very dark place. So I mean, as long as You allow yourself to have feelings of joy every once in a while, even in these times, because otherwise, what good does it do to like harm yourself that way? Okay, so there is quite a bit of glitter fallout, which is like annoying because it's stuck to my face. We'll look past that. I'll just know whenever I do my eyeshadow, I'll, you know, bend down so it doesn't fall onto my face, but onto my vanity. Okay, next. So now I want to take this shade right here and put it in the middle. So yeah, it's been quite the week, quite the year, I should say. I'm really just looking forward going to work. You know, I don't even know what's gonna happen with my school situation, because they might just transfer everything to online for the next semester, and I'm not a huge fan of that possibility, because I feel like when I'm in class I'm more engaged as opposed to when I'm at home. Okay, so now I'm taking this color right here. It has like a nice pink duochrome shift, and I'm going to put it on my lower inner corner. Just like that. Oh, it's so pretty. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to mix this color and this color and put them both into the inner corner. Just right there. Okay, so that's the look I'm going with today. I'm gonna do my eyelashes and I'll be back. Okay, so lashes are done. I just put falsies on and a little bit of mascara on the bottom. And if anyone's interested, on my lips I have my Makeup Forever Wearable Walnut and the Lawless Liquid Lip in George. So I feel like in the light it just looks so pretty. Like, I'm obsessed. I didn't want to go too ham with my look. I wanted to go like simple. Been feeling the whole like simple glittery look situation. I do have glitter all over my face, so there is fallout, but I did know that with her special shades, you know, they are glittery, right? So you can always use Fix Plus or do your foundation afterwards. I normally, what I do is when I apply it, I just bend my head forward so it doesn't fall onto my face and it just falls onto my vanity. So yeah. It's a beautiful palette. I love the colors. I just feel so like girly and summery. I know it can be hard to get her palettes on her website when they launch. I mean, like, how many launches has she had with the Divine Rose 1? But I do have some good news. The Divine Rose 1 and 2, I saw them on Sephora. They're not yet available. Maybe they are by now, I don't know. But obviously the limited edition packaging you can't get, but at least now these two palettes will be on Sephora along with her other palettes, and it's not like, you know, on the site and sell out within like 5 minutes type thing. Because I got this literally, like, I signed up for early access and I was on the website like waiting 15 minutes before it was gonna go live, and I got it within like 10 minutes. Just like add to cart, quickly check out, you know. It is an expensive palette. It's $170 Canadian, so it's an investment, but I love her palettes. Her palettes are like an experience for me, you know, like I keep them in their packaging and just very special to me. They're works of art to me, you know. So I still need to get 2 more of her Mothership palettes. I have all of her smaller palettes as well, and then I do have literally cat hair everywhere at all times. It's impossible. Okay, and I do have her 3 quads that are all the special shades. So yeah, that's my review, and maybe I'll do more looks in the future, but this is just the one for my first impressions. and I'm so happy. They're like, I don't know, anything from Pat, I have always the most fun like working with. So yeah, that's that. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please give me a thumbs up or subscribe. You know, I'm just uploading random videos and I'm in random moods in each one. But today's a sunny day. I'm soaking up the vitamin D. You know, I'm happy with the palette. So trying to, you know, be my best that I can be. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon.